Hi, welcome back to another home renovation video.
I'm Emily. We moved into our house at the end of last year. With some renovation work and lots of love, we plan to transform this house into our dream home. We are taking the plunge and adding walls, taking walls down, painting, you name it, we're doing it. I can't believe we're embarking on this renovation journey and there's not going to be a room that we don't alter. We're living through the work and at times it's going to be chaos, but I'm sharing the whole journey with you. So I'll share the highs, the lows, the decisions, there'll be plenty of them to be made, the surprises, it's all going to be in this renovation series. So come along on the journey with us.
Today we're in the bedroom and this room is going to be completely transformed. Now we've blocked out some time so that we can start this room from start to finish and completely transform it, hopefully in a short space of time. So fingers crossed nothing goes wrong. I'm sure there's going to be a few things that come up that we're not expecting, like with every room so far in this renovation process. So if you're new here, I'm Emily. I cover shopping, home renovations, reviews and vlogs, and we're in the process of a huge home renovation. So we're on the bedroom and currently looks like this. So everything has been emptied out. I'll show you what it looked like before we moved in, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour around of what it looks like now. So this is what the room looked like before we moved in. And now I'm going to give you a tour of what it looks like in its current state. So starting from the doorway, we have a light switch which has two switches, but this one doesn't work and never worked. This one is the main bedroom light. And then we've changed where the door goes. So the door opens this way, and then we're going to have the light switch on this wall here. Just makes more sense for the door to open and you step into the room rather than the door opening the other way, which it opened previously, and you kind of walk into the wall. So we decided to switch that round. And as you can see, this room definitely needs some TLC. Just got stuck to the door behind me. We covered the doors in plastic and tape because obviously we're in the process of renovating, so we don't want to get any paint or anything on them at the moment. Then we can uncover them once this room is completely done. So we need to take the wallpaper off the walls. Needs a lot of electrical work in here. So you're going to have the ceiling plastered as well. So yes, there's a lot that's going to be happening in this room. Flooring. Oh, and this cupboard, we actually blocked up when we started the hallway. So the hallway is currently in progress at the moment, but we're kind of pausing that to come into this bedroom and then we'll go back to the hallway. But we are completing this room in hopefully 3-4 weeks. So yes, a short space of time, and we've got big plans. But we blocked this cupboard up. So this cupboard is currently in the bedroom. But what we're going to do is we're going to block it up so the wall is longer. And then we're going to open it up from the other side, which means that the cupboard will be in the hallway. So what I need to do today is get all this shelving out, get this rail out, get this shelf here out. So it's empty. So I've got a little bit of work to do in here today.
Three hours later.
So the cupboard's all empty, ready for my dad to come in and build the frame for the wall and plasterboard over. Should be good.
just makes more sense, which you'll probably see a little bit better when I share the hallway vlog. So I need to take the doors off this so we can block it up this side as well. And we're going to block 2 windows up too. So the 2 windows behind the bed are going to be blocked up. I'm going to show you as we go along. Like I said, we have big plans for this room. So the 2 windows over there are going to be blocked up. Yes, huge plans.
Big, huge.
So in this video, you're going to see a complete before and after. I'm also going to show you the flooring, but I'm going to do a video dedicated to flooring because I'm really excited to show that, and you'll kind of see why as I go along. So welcome to another home renovation video. Let's get started.
Step 1, make sure everything's covered over because it's going to get very dusty in this room. To remove the skirting, I'm using 2 large screwdrivers and a hammer.
So taking the skirting off, and then we'll move on to the coping. Let's do this.
Anyone else love a good time lapse? It just is so satisfying to watch because it takes so much longer than it actually appears to. So I'm just using 2 large screwdrivers and just carefully easing it off the wall, and then making sure to hammer down those extra long nails so nobody gets hurt when we move it into the skip. Sometimes it comes off in one whole piece, and sometimes it just kind of crumbles like this. Much better when it comes off in one whole piece, so much easier, but there we go.
It's not going well now. So I had to watch my own YouTube video to remember how to take coping off. So I've got a wallpaper scraper and a hammer, but it's just kind of crumbling when I'm hitting it. Before it came off in a nice like whole piece or a couple of pieces. But this time it's just kind of like bending and crumbling, which isn't a good sign. So I'm going to keep going with it and see what happens. But I think it's going to take longer than I was expecting to take the coping off. But we'll keep going and see how it goes.
So just pop the wallpaper scraper underneath the coving where it meets the wall, and then hammer into it, and then do the same where the coving meets the ceiling. Have you ever tackled removing coving in a room before? What tips or tricks do you use to make it easier?
This door is staying here like this. Perfect, that this is a feature wall.
Incoming dad to the rescue. He always makes it look so easy.
Had a little bit of help with the rest of the cupboard there. Yeah, cupboard's down, coving's off, skirting's off, and the wallpaper stripper is just heating up. So we're going to get this wallpaper off today as well. It is, I think, 3:30. So I'm determined though, the wallpaper is all coming off today. I'm not going to leave it another day. It's all coming off today. So it's going to be a little bit different in here soon. Here's a wallpaper stripper. You can just hear it bubbling up a little bit if I stop talking.
So what do you think? Is it going to happen? This is a very large room. Do you think all the wallpaper is going to be off today? Let me know what you think.
Currently just piled up the coving and the doors along this wall, so eventually I'm going to have to move those. But to begin with, I'm going to start stripping this wall here. Makes nice shelves, look.
Wallpaper stripper isn't quite ready yet. Eager as always, so I'm going to start hand scraping off the first layer of wallpaper, and then hopefully the steamer will be ready soon. So, what's the most satisfying part of a bedroom makeover for you? Is it the demolition, like removing the coving and taking the wallpaper off? Or is it seeing it all come together in the end?
I'd have to take the first layer off before I could use the wallpaper stripper. So I had reinforcements come in. So with a lot of teamwork, we've got it off, and I'm going to start with the wallpaper stripper, but possibly won't finish today.
So you can probably tell from this video anyway, but I've completely skipped the makeup routine this morning because I knew I would be using the wallpaper steamer and I don't want makeup down my face. Also, the steam can open up your pores, and this is another reason why if you're using a wallpaper steamer, you might want to skip the makeup. The hot steam can cause your pores to open up, making it easier for dirt, oil, and makeup residue to settle in, which can cause breakouts later on. So I just completely skip the makeup.
So this is where we're up to. Stripped that wall, but haven't the rest, and still need to take the first layer of wallpaper off some of those other ones as well. But for now, I'm going to call it a night and pick it back up tomorrow. Pick it back up tomorrow. So started to take the wallpaper off this wall. Still need to take some of the wallpaper off the wall behind me, like the first layer. So over here, I need to take the first layer of wallpaper off still, and then get the wallpaper stripper out. So it's been a good day, but I'm gonna have to pick it back up tomorrow. We're just moving some of the rubbish out as well at the moment. So clearing some of this out. Yeah, it's definitely looking better. And the coving came off better. It was just that section there, which unfortunately was the first section I started to take off. That you can still see, I still need to scrape some of that off as well. The rest was put on top of wallpaper, so it came off really easily. But that still needs some work. Yes, definitely getting there.
Welcome back to day 2 of our wallpaper removal journey. Yesterday was a great start, but there's still a lot of work to do, so we're jumping right back in. The steam is heating up and we're getting those stubborn wallpaper layers off first. It's definitely a bit of a process, but it's worth it in the end. Now you don't want to hold the steamer on for too long because you don't want to crack the plaster underneath, but you don't want to move it too quickly and it not have time to work its magic. So it's definitely a fine line there, and the more you use a wallpaper steamer, the easier it becomes, and the more you get to know how long you need to have it on there for.
So here we are so far. Done one whole wall and 2 half walls. So I'm going to continue with this tomorrow, so getting all the wallpaper off. I like the way I thought I could take the skirting coving and all the wallpaper off such a large room in one day. Was not going to happen, was it? But it's all going to come together in a short space of time, hopefully, as long as my timelines, frameworks are right, and it doesn't go like the wallpaper taking off when one day is turned into 3 days. But does anyone else do that? Please tell me it's not just me and you don't, think the project's going to take 1 day and then it takes 3 days. I can't be the only one out there.
It's day 3 and you have the idea by now. It's more wallpaper stripping, so let's fast forward this section and get to the good stuff. So as you can see, the room looks very different now. We have sheets down, cardboard on the floor as well. The walls are looking very different. Can you guess what's about to happen? So we do have plans for the floor, but we've covered the floorboards over because we don't want to have to scrape up dry plaster before we get started on the floor. Just going to make clear up a lot easier. As you can see, the windows have now been boarded up. We have the electrics almost done there as well. It's looking very, very different. The plasterers are in, and I love this part. When the room is all plastered, you can really see how different it's going to look, and the space just looks so much bigger afterwards.
The bedroom's plastered, it's the next day, and as you can see from behind me, it's already started to dry quite a bit. So we'll be in here painting in no time at all. Look, I can't believe how fast that's dried. Obviously we've got both windows open. It's obviously drying quite quickly. The ceiling, not so much. But the walls, definitely. It's a bit echoey in here as well now. Oh my goodness, it looks so much different already. It's crazy how different it looks already. I can't wait to get some paint on these walls to see what it looks like. It's gonna all come together. And I have some flooring samples as well. So choose some flooring, get that down. Gonna be great. So I came back from a weekend away, and how amazing is this? The walls have been painted, the ceiling's been painted. Amazing, I'm so happy. Which means tomorrow I get to paint the walls the actual colour, and we can see this room transformed. So for the white, we used, the Express Coat Valspar Pure Brilliant White. Just reading it off the tin, I'll show you as well so you can see. Just this one. Matte, ideal for new plaster. So this is what we chose. And that's what we've used for all the walls and ceilings as the base coat.
So now the white paint is complete, it's time to clear up and start afresh. So we'll take up all of the cardboard off the floor as well and just get rid of some of the mess. So we're ready to paint the walls the correct colour and really see what this room's going to look like. I love that first moment of putting on the colour and seeing, do we like it? Do we not like it? Can we imagine what the room's going to look like? It's just a really exciting time. Before we roll on the paint, let's start by cutting in along the edges, and I hate brush marks, so I try and do it a little bit at a time and then roll over those sections. Looks like it's time for the most important part of any painting project, the tea break. Don't underestimate the power of a good tea, it's what fuels a true DIY hero. Alright, enough of that, back at it. So in the last bedroom makeover, we used a paint sprayer. Now it actually broke, but I felt like you wasted a lot of paint. And now that I'm rollering the walls, I'm thinking maybe you don't lose as much paint as what I thought you did. If you've used one, what are your thoughts? And would you go for a roller or use a paint sprayer? Let me know. So in the end, we ended up giving the walls 3 coats of paint, making sure that each layer was dry before we applied another coat. We removed the radiator before the plasterers came in, so it was easier for them to plaster, and then we left it off so that we could paint behind there as well, so we got a really flawless finish, and then we'll pop the radiator on after. Now in this next clip you're going to see the room. It's going to look very different again because the electrics are done and you can kind of work out where the bed's going to go as well. So very, very exciting, seeing lots of big changes, which is fantastic. It does say that you can put the Golden Select flooring on floorboards, but because they were very rickety, we wanted to make sure that we don't get any creaks or anything, so we just got some plyboard and popped that down. So you can put it over concrete, plyboard, there's lots of different things you can put the flooring on, so it's really good. Yeah, we've got a nice smooth surface to start with, and then today we're going to be laying the floor. So I think we've got a little bit more of a system going now. We've just paused to get all of the planks out of the packets so we can kind of put them together and hopefully go a little bit faster now. This is just a snapshot of the flooring. I have a whole video at the end of this one which will show you the whole process along with tips and tricks for laying the flooring too. No video would be complete without a little dog licking the screen either, would it? Time to touch up the painting. Now I have to be honest with you, I have to be in the mood to do this because you need a lot of patience and a steady hand. So time to get it done. Okay, now we've got our walls looking fresh, it's time to tackle the windows. We all know plaster and paint can get everywhere, but don't worry, we'll get them clean. So I removed excess plaster and paint with a plastic scraper, and now I'm just using glass cleaner to clean the glass. In the last bedroom makeover, we had some plastic which we taped around the windows. We purchased it off Amazon. I'll link it down below because it was amazing, and then I completely forgot about it this time. But it just meant that it collected up all of that plaster and paint and kept the windows nice and clean. So I would highly recommend that. It doesn't hurt though, the windows needed a good clean anyway, so they're looking shiny and sparkly. Time to move on to the windowsills now. Oh no, looks like that's the last of the frog tape. It's all good though because we do have another roll. So I'm just taping around the windowsills where the walls and the windowsills meet because I don't want the windowsill paint to bleed onto the walls basically. Now I'm using Dulux once paint for the windowsill. It's definitely not once paint. You do have to paint more than once, but it is very good. So we're going to use that like I have on all the other windowsills we've used. Would highly recommend. Oh my goodness, it looks so different. So I'm just going to finish making the bed. These sheets are from Sheet Story. I'll link them down below. I also have a discount code for you to use. They've kindly been gifted. They feel amazing. So they're bamboo cotton. The bottom sheet is really deep, which I'll show you now. So they have the elastic all the way around, which is really nice, and they are very deep. So if you have a thick mattress, these are perfect for it. And the pillowcases have an envelope so you don't see your pillows, which I really appreciate. So I'll show you what I mean.
So sometimes with pillowcases you see the pillow, but this one has a huge envelope. So you don't see it.
Sheet Story creates the luxury eco-friendly bedding sets. This collection shown is created using 65% bamboo and 35% cotton, which makes it both cooling and long-lasting, and it feels absolutely incredible.
So this is the Touch of Silk duvet from Next. Went for the dual one, so you get 4.5 tog and a 9 tog duvet, and then you can clip them together as well. So I've shown you this before, but they are really good. Absolutely love these duvets. Just because you've got a summer and a winter and a in-between one as well. So it is perfect all round, all seasons. Excellent duvet. Which one have we got now? I think this is a 4.5, it feels like.
I want slow love, uncomplicated touch, stable as we go, consistent as we grow. I want slow love, no need to rush. I'll say it in my dreams, strangers it may seem.
So we're on the final stretch now, we're making the bed, and you're about to see just how much of a perfectionist I am. And I can't stand those wrinkled sheets, so yes, I'm using my trusty steamer to smooth out those last minute creases. I have a very important question for you. How many cushions is too many cushions? I don't know, I'm just, asking for a friend.
May seem I reminisce the codependence, the games that we played.
Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to get the rest of the furniture in now. Oh my goodness. Oh, so pleased. Oh, it looks so inviting. Everything feels incredible as well. Ooh.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try to make up dreams just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside you, oh quiet. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and tell her goodbye. Oh, it's not what we see, it's what we choose to be.
I'm going to give you a sweep round so you can really see the room and see everything we've done. What a transformation. I think the flooring is incredible. I have a dedicated video showing the flooring, how we chose the flooring, the samples we were choosing between, actually laying the floor, all of that. I'll pop a link in the description box below and at the end of this video so you can see. But I'm so almost shocked with how this room has transformed from what it looked like before to now. Let me show you.
As you can probably see, we are waiting the delivery of a few items, including a side table underneath the TV.
What a difference. For more home renovation videos just like this one, click on the playlist up here, and to see the flooring, click down here. Thanks so much for joining me on this transformation. Click on the flooring video and I'll see you over there. Bye!